Well, I think this is a very important step, considering that there was a lot of ambiguity earlier. This decision removes the ambiguity, and if you know the sectoral cap, the investor can be clear where he should get the money from and through which window, through which option he can get. So the ambiguity is removed, the choice exists, and we are very clear that people even now can invoke the fungibility option which exists and move from one to another as they choose. So I think it gives a great sense of clarity, and with that, industry can be sure how they want to have the investment basket planned.
Ma'am, which are the sectors that it's likely to benefit the most according to you?
Well, first of all, investments are coming in, as you know, since September last year. 48% increase has happened in terms of the FDIs which are coming in. There's also an increase in the flow of FIIs. But eventually, for investments to take place, we are of course talking about infrastructure. We're talking about telecom. We're talking about in sectors where labor has a high potential. So we are open, and as you know, sectorally we are also increasing the caps. So it should eventually benefit those sectors where there's a great, potential for immediate returns.
And ma'am, just the last thing then, when the sectors have been defined, all FIIs, FPIs are under, one umbrella. Was this a long-standing demand of foreign investors? Is this a step towards improving business in the country?
It's a step towards easing the business environment. One. Second, of course, not just the foreign investors. Indian investors themselves were quite handling a messy situation of, some percentage comes through FII, some other comes through FDI, a third comes through some other. And therefore, monitoring this, keeping a record of it, because for every decision which you had to go back to the board and explain, all this becomes quite a due diligence exercise. But what we have done is to treat all investors with certain sense of, you need to have due diligence done with a certain level of simplicity and ease. And all investors, therefore, should be treated the same, whether they are FIIs or FDIs or any other. So it only makes sense, and therefore this, however long it has been waiting, it's good that this decision has now been passed through the cabinet.
Ma'am, do you think this will give a certain push for Make in India as well?
It will make investor feel a lot more comfortable, and when he's attracting investments, he can be sure as to who he is talking to and what they want to come up with is all fine, so that he can be clear of the basket in which he gets various options put in, and with that he has a greater sense of, I know how I'm going to get it and where I'm going to put it. The ease of doing business will improve. Make in India certainly will benefit from it.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.